members on the podium, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow SME friends. My name is Souvik Sengupta. I take care of the SME business for Reliance Capital. I have been meeting a lot of SMEs over the last couple of years, and they typically have a lot of questions on the borrowability of a particular SME. So with that regards, I would like to bring your attention to the presentation. I think I have 5 minutes, so I try to be crisp. These are some basic details that we already have. 95% of all industrial units, 40% industrial output, 35% of the exports, driver of new employment. So net, I think this presentation gives you enough idea of how SME as a segment is important to the overall economy. These are again data published by RBI. 93% of the SMEs suffer because of lack of credit. The informal sector meets their financial requirement through stringent requirements and by and large try to take care from unconventional sources. The mortality rate of SMEs is very high, about 23.7% within the first 2 years, 52% within the first 4 years. That is really worrisome. Some strengths that we have felt, Reliance has been doing SME finance for almost 5 years now. And although not very big, we have disbursed close to 35,000 crores in the last 5 years, of which 95% is towards the self-employed and the SME segment. Some learnings that we have had over the last few years. Strengths, we have the expertise, the result orientation, networking abilities, those we consider to be the strength of an SME. Weaknesses, brand, skilled manpower, short-term vision. Threats, of course, competition. Governance is a big threat. I'll speak about it as we go through this presentation. Opportunities, greater funding opportunities, growing need for niche products, increasing outsourcing of technology. Some risks that we see before appraising or while appraising our SME. The industry risk, the business risk, financial risk and the management risk. SME financials, this is I think the most or the largest concern for any lender. Are they transparent? These are the few questions we have in our minds. Are they transparent? Typically what an SME does, I've been meeting a lot of SMEs over the last one and a half decade. Typically what an SME, again please pardon my saying this, what typically an SME does is, first they decide how much tax to be paid and then works upwards, what sales to be shown. I think that is a huge concern for lenders. The attitude is changing, but I think we have a long way to go. Are they complete? Are the financials complete? Are they detailed enough to reflect all material which is talking about the business as a whole? Are they in accordance with the generally accepted accounting practices? And or are the auditors independent? I think this one slide speaks volumes about what the lender expects from the SME. Please try and be as transparent as possible. The more you talk, the more your balance sheet talks, the more confidence the lender has on you. And believe you me, even if you don't say, the lenders are in a position to find out sooner or later if something is missing on that. So I think they need to be complete. You need to be transparent. Accounting, governance, compliance, and of course auditors, independent, gives a lot of comfort to the lender before he lends any kind of money to you. What do SMEs want? They want reliable and good quality service from the lenders, of course. Loyal and lasting banking relationships. Relationship manager, one point contact, whatever requirement, be it savings, be it business, be it personal, be it commercial. There should be one person who can take care of all the requirements. And of course, a neighborhood banking. The USP that we have, RCL, Reliance Capital Limited as a whole, we have a SME focused approach. By saying SME focused approach, what we intend to say is, of course, it is very easy to say, please be transparent on your reportings, please be open, please be complete, please be compliant, please follow the statutory requirements. But it's actually a long way to go before we reach a situation where all these kind of things actually come to you in a platter. So what we try to do as an SME, of course, we do not have too big a book, but what we try to do is we have a focused approach towards the customer. What we have coined a new term called UIC, or understand your customers. What we typically do is we personalize our approach. We go to the customer, we sit with him and try and find out whatever is not there in the balance sheet. The model, the business, the cash flow, whichever is not featuring in the balance sheet, we try to figure that out. We try to derive a model of cash flow, and if the cash flow is commensurate and it convinces us, we go ahead and lend that customer. So we have a business model approach. Business model is understood in details in order to give a complete customer-oriented solution to the customer. Few case studies, funding to a venture which was not generating enough cash flows. But after studying the business model, we felt that it was worth taking a risk. We did the sanction. It was, I think, about 26 or 27 odd crore transaction. A loan was sanctioned to a startup venture where, again, a huge opportunity was felt looking at the proposed business model and the promoter's commitments and the background. Some tips I would like to leave for you to ponder upon. Please borrow responsibly. Don't overly rich. One very important thing that you should, this is a marriage season, right? So whenever there is marriage season, people like us get very, very jittery. Because these are the times when SMEs, of course not all, a few of them, take out cash from the business and use it for personal purposes. So please keep away. Personal cash and company cash are separate. Please deal with them responsibly. Borrow responsibly. Don't mix up short-term and long-term. If you borrow short-term, use it for short-term purposes. If you have a long-term requirement, please go for a term loan. Please understand, once you mix this up, you will reach a certain situation where it will be very difficult for you to come out. So this is one tip I would, very important, I would like to stress on this. Please borrow responsibly. Proper, consistent financial statements with all important disclosures. It speaks volumes about your business, speaks volumes about your cash flows, your model. Credit history, again, we had my previous speaker also speak about this. Please pay it on time, because things have become so organized these days. 2 days, 1 day, 3 day delay are also reported. So going forward, there will be a time when even minutes of delays will be counted on. So there's something called a CIBIL, where most of the bankers and the lenders are a member of, and we have to necessarily report there. So please keep your repayment track record crisp. Keep a line of difference between your personal expenditure and your business expenditure. I mentioned that a few minutes ago. Timely filing of all statutory returns and timely payment of statutory dues. These also speak a lot about you, a lot about the discipline that you intend to bring into your business, a lot about the discipline that you have yourself, and a lot of thing it speaks about where you would want to go, how you would want to take it there. Maintaining good corporate governance. Again, I spoke about this.